Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Super Saturday, and we are in our next segment at, let's see, 10 a.m. Pacific. You are here or listen to this recording. We welcome you and thank you for your attention and your attendance today. We are very excited about what we're about to share. Many of us have met over the last 3 years through the trading that we've been doing in the foreign exchange market and or the crypto market. And it has been a wild ride of learning. Over the years, I've had people come to me and say, gosh, Reimi, I love it. I want to tap it, but I'm too busy. I cannot learn how to trade right now in my life. Can you trade for me? Here's my money. Or people saying, you know what? I'm not making money as fast as I thought. Is there some way that I can tap Forex without being masterful because I'm not masterful at it yet? So I've never had anything to be able to offer trading students who had asked me those questions until February of this year. So this is why I'm with you this morning. My name's Reimi Marden, and I am calling in from the Pacific Northwest in Bend, Oregon. I'm an island girl transplanted to Las Vegas, and then now I live up here in the Northwest. I have been helping my husband operate his apple orchard for the last 14 years. And so as you can imagine, I have been involved in multitude of different businesses. I own the Winning Edge Consulting and Corporate Training. And while I love my day job, guys, I have stumbled on this, what we're about to share with you, that has transformed my life. Sounds kind of cliche, but I'm serious. As of 3 years ago, when I entered the trading space, and then now since 5 months ago, learning more about investing, it has changed the trajectory of my life and that of many of those that are on this call with you today, and or those that are listening to this recording or have maybe invited you to the call. All right, so here's our quick down and dirty agenda. I want to, no fluff, no muss. I'm going to share some practical information about a company that we have engaged in, have been entering and watching and testing and investigating. And like everything else, whenever you are dealing with financial market, you need to do your due diligence. So here's my disclaimer. Past profits don't guarantee future success. In Forex, crypto, or any type of platform, it's highly volatile. You need to go in with your eyes open. Never get in and risk more than what you're comfortable losing. If you stay within those basic frame of thinking, you are going to enjoy the world of investing, and this one in particular, because it has been producing results. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and we'll just jump right into some information. I just had the privilege of working with new students attending my Super Saturday class, and I believe I'm going to begin to do that more often, because there are many investors who love what we're doing in this trading and investing space, but they have no idea what a trader does. What do they trade? When do they trade? How do they make money? And so forth. So look forward to more invitations to classes like that. This was the flyer that you received. It says, learn how to profit in a down market. Yes, it's scary out there. People are losing a lot of money with their 401ks or their stocks, but I'm very proud to tell you that there is an alternative that very few people know about, frankly. All right, so we're going to find out what the schools aren't teaching us. Shame on them, our system. And today, in this afternoon, Johnny O is going to be on at 2 o'clock, broadcasting from Te Waka Nui Dance Studio in Las Vegas, if you'd like to come in and learn some of the things that the schools are not teaching us about money. All right, I pulled this image because I think it really speaks to our history. Many of us who have been taught, go to school, get good grades, graduate, go to college, get the best degree that you can, get a high-paying job, make your family, and retire, and there's your life in a nutshell. It doesn't quite work that way, right? Many of us are college grads who are still paying off our loans, and yet not even in the field that we learned to become expert at. And yet maybe working a job, what we call a just over broke job, and not doing what we really love to do. So this is something that today we're going to be talking about subjects that go beyond what's in an academic arena. Things that you'll find in a plethora of books like this on wealth. One of our favorites here in the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to be speaking to Robert Kiyosaki and some of those concepts. But you are here this morning because you're one of us. You are smart enough to know that there are better ways to do things, and that you don't want to be depending on one single income, nor do you have the time to read all the books out there on financial success. But instead, might you do what they're not teaching us in school, meaning to surround yourself with people who are winning, who are smarter than us, and ride the wave of those that are doing what we want to do. All right, so here's one of our mentors, Warren Buffett. You've heard him say, never depend on a single income. This is so powerful, guys. We need to diversify. Never more than ever. It's now the time for you to stretch yourself and look at other ways you could be bringing income. Even the Bible states this in Ecclesiastes, of looking at multiple ways of bringing income, because when one dries up, it says another one will be flowing. All right. So with that said, listen to Robert Kiyosaki, read this book, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or this Cash Flow Quadrant. This is at the core of what we are not being taught, and lean in, all right? I already mentioned we do not want to be on the left side of money. That's where we are right now. All right, we are part of the 95% of the population moving 5% of the cash around the world. We don't want to be part of the 95%. We want to be part of the 5% moving 95% of cash around the world. All right. So the employee trades hours for dollars. They will work the rest of their lives. They have no leverage. And from the pandemic, we recognize what a precarious position to be in. Many people lost their jobs during the pandemic. Again, we are working for someone else's dream. All right. Now, I'm self-employed. That's basically a glorified job, all right? I own my job, but I trade my talent for dollars. When I don't have a contract, I'm not making any money, all right? So we don't want to be on this side. We want to jump over to the right side of money. If you are a business owner, congratulations. You have enough capital to have a brick and mortar business. You are leveraging the efforts of other people. Powerful. Here's what matters today that you can tap and do right after this call, and you can become an investor. This is someone who recognizes that if you can learn how to make money while you're sleeping, you're making passive income. People are doing this every day. This is the real estate market, mutual funds, stocks, Forex, and becoming an investor in hedge funds like what we're going to be speaking of today. All right. So again, Warren Buffett, he says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, guys, you will work until you die. Look at your parents, your grandparents, many of them, and the positions they're in because they weren't privy to this information that you're about to receive today. All right. You've heard this saying, and by the way, this is one of the core things that are not being taught in our schools. Would you rather take $1 million for 30 days of work? Or would you rather take a penny and double that every day for 30 days? Which one would you take? Well, guess what? Majority of us would say, well, I'll take the $1 million. My goodness. Wow, I'll be a millionaire. Well, the reality of this is that if you compounded that over 30 days, that penny will compound to $5.3 million in a month. If, again, you took that penny and doubled it every day. Look at day number 7 is 64 cents. Right? And doubled that and compounded that. Look at day number 24, 83,886 and so forth. Look, Google this. You can watch videos on the compound effect. This is one of those things they don't teach you in school. All right? So we've learned 2 things. Never depend on one income. Number 2, compound your money. No. Your checking accounts, you're not going to do it leaving your money in a checking account. All right. Here in 2021. Now, I'm not suggesting we take all our money out of our checking accounts. All right. We want to diversify, but be aware. Wake up, guys. Look at the return on 2021, the 0.01 from Bank of America. That's what they're going to give you at the end of the year on your money that you have in your checking account with them. Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase. Maybe your bank is noted up here. Right. Here's your savings account. All right, not much better, guys. Here, Capital One has a product that is netting a bigger return. Congratulations, wonderful. But that's an annual return, guys. This is the kind of return that we're going to be talking about today as we plan a future, your future. I'm going to be leaving you with a tool that you can use to sit down with your spouse, sit down with your family or your kids or your parents and help them to plan out what's going to happen in the next year, 3 years, 5 years. And the tool that we use to do that is called the calculatorsite.com. Anyone can use this. It has nothing to do with the hedge fund that I'm about to tell you about, but utilize this tool. I'll take you on in a minute so you can see it. But here's a snapshot of what you could do with a tool like this. You can say, hey, honey, in fact, I did this with my grandson. All right, here's what $500, if you were to save that and make 3% return every week. We happen to get our returns every Friday. Yesterday was Friday. We made well over 3%. And do that for 5 years. Where would your $500 be if you were to receive 3% return for 5 years and not take it out, by the way? All right, here it is. The results off to the right, over $1 million of revenue, if you will, of accrued on balance. And you can see where you would be at month number one, year number one, year number two, and so forth. Okay, so if that's what $500 could do, what could $300 do, or $1,000 or $10,000? And in this calculatorsite.com, you have the privilege of manipulating the numbers. Let me tap on that and see if I can take you in to the calculatorsite.com. Please take notes, guys, because you're going to want to do this after the call today. You're going to go to finance and click on forex compounding. And I'm going to show you something. Let's be more modest. Let's just say you start with $500 and you start with 2%, and you do this weekly, right? And you do it for 3 years, and you compound that every week. And let's see what that is. Okay, $500 at 2% weekly for 3 years. And I think it's come out to 30,000 or something like that. Let's scroll down. Oh, less than that, 10,000. Okay, you'd have $10,000. Now, guys, if you put this in your Citibank checking account, you lucky to have pennies, right, on your $500 in 3 years. This is talking a 2% return weekly would grow your $500 to $10,000. Sounds great. Now, if we could increase this by just 1 more percent, let's see what $500 would give you in 3 years. Now, I already showed you the 5 years. $50,000 on a $500 account compounded at 3%. All right, if you turned over that profit and left it in there. If you want to have the breakdown, take a look. All right, here it is. On a month number 6, you basically double your money. All right, at $1,000 here. And then you can see how it grows incrementally. Now, if you have an account that has $10,000, that week, you'd be making $1,300. This is weekly, right? Oh, month. Okay, month number 24, your earnings would be at $1,300. Could that pay off some debt you might have? Might that buy a vacation for your family? Right? You could be doing that just on the residual of that month's income if you had the knowledge to do this from the get-go. I'm going to increase this to 4%. You can see how the little things make the biggest differences. All right? And some of us are earning 4%, 5, 6% on our money. I'll show you how we're doing that. But anyway, it compounds to $227,000. $227,000 in that same time period. All right, now what blows your mind if we were to take this up to, some of us are making 6%, and you can ask me how we're doing that later, but if you could double that, $4.4 million if you were making 6% on your money over 3 years. Okay, so enough about that, guys. You want to know, like, how the heck would you do that? And is this for real? All right. I'm very pleased to tell you that we have been receiving returns right here, June 17th, a couple weeks ago, 3.14 on that Friday. June 10th, the week before that, 2.97. Can anyone come off mute and tell me what we made yesterday? What was our return yesterday?
4%.
4%, guys. Okay, now you're saying, "Wow, that's too good to be true." Let me show you some of our low months. And by the way, gang, I started this in the early part of February, and this is showing you the returns of 2022. Back May 13th, this was a really dark week. If you remember, the market crashed. It was devastating for many people. We all thought this company, Novatech, would not be able to give us any return, and we would be fine with that because the rest of the world was losing that week, and yet we got a 0.65% return. And again, repeated that just recently in the weeks. You've all been hearing it on the news. Bitcoin dropping, and along with other things in different commodities are dropping, and yet our company has been producing a return for its investors. Collectively, if you added all these numbers up, it's a 66.97% return. Guys, I don't know where else you could get a return like that. And this is why I show up on a Saturday morning. I don't need to do this, by the way. Investing is an individual sport. I don't need to tell anybody, you don't need to tell anybody what you're doing with your money. Frankly, this all started because I went to one of my mentors back in February, and I told them that I had just sold a piece of property and I would be getting a big chunk of deposit money. And I was asking them what to do with it. What do they advise me to do? I'm coachable. And they said, well, we can share with you what we're doing. And hence when I learned about this. Okay, now, honestly, guys, I've never been an investor like that. Many of you are seasoned investors. You've been doing this all your life. Well, for me, this was new. And so I went in small. I went in $300 because that's what I could afford that week. And I've since grown it. But I've been experiencing these types of returns. Check it out. October of 2021, if you added up every weekly return, 14%, 12.9 in November, 15%, and so forth. So March of this year, again, these are returns you are not finding today in what's happening in our world. We need to educate people. I cannot not share this anymore because that'd be selfish. People just don't know what is available to them. They don't even know what the ROI means. That means a return on investment. If you put your money in the right place, and again, by the way, I got to go back to my disclaimer. There are no guarantees, right? In any financial market, we don't have a crystal ball. What you have to do is your investigation, like I did, like all of us did. We went back and we combed the records to see what this particular company was doing, to see, gosh, can I trust them? You know, how do they perform compared to others in the market? And there are other types of funds like this and some sketchy ones, okay? So my job today in the next few short minutes to tell you what to look for to vet these different opportunities and decide if this is the one for you, all right? So I'll tell you what I know, and then you go and do your own due diligence in your study. This is a company started June of 2019, 3 years. We just celebrating our 3-year anniversary. I wish I was part of them 3 years ago because my account would be like what you see on that calculatorsite.com. But I started in February of this year, 5 months. So I can show you what it's done for me. But okay, so this company is a subsidiary of Novatech LLC. It is a US-based company. It is listed in, you will see them operating Bitcoin ATMs, primarily in the state of Florida, but they're offering crypto and debit card transactions. And they also offer Forex trading. Now, those of you who are on the call with me from 8 to 10, you went through a class on what is Forex. Well, this couple, this is Eddie and Cynthia Pettion, the owners. They are US citizens who had this vision of creating a platform that was available to the retail trader like you and me who just wants to trade on our smartphones, because they have a brokerage. They offer an MT5 platform, but they also wanted to offer passive participation in the Forex and crypto market. And they created their hedge fund called a PAM account, which is primarily why you were asked to come on this call to learn about that. So I'll jump ahead and tell you a little bit more about why Cynthia and Eddie put together this PAM account. Percentage allocation management module is the technical term for a PAM account. This is not something that they invented, by the way. PAM accounts exist all over, but what you need to be asking to decide which one you want to participate in is the following things. First of all, are there setup fees? Okay, now I mentioned typical hedge funds, you would have to have a minimum of $100,000 to get started. So when I say it's an opportunity for a common man, the lay person like me, this is what turned me on. This is why Cynthia gets excited about the family who is scraping up their monies to save and make their initial deposit, because she knows if they have the diligence to save that money and turn over their profits each week and redeposit it and grow their money, they know she can liberate them through a tool or a vehicle like a PAM account. Now, expiration dates. This particular company, no expiration dates, no setup fee. You do not have to repurchase at any time. You can cancel at any time. You have access to your capital. This was my first question. I wanted to know, how liquid is this? I'm going to show you my account in a second, and you'll see how I've withdrawn money that I've gotten in less than a day. I've got money in less than 14 days, depending on how you take out your money, okay? There are no earning caps, and so you can make as much as you like and stay a part of it as much as you want. You do pay a monthly fee of $25 to participate, but it never comes out of a credit card or out of a debit card, because they take their fee out of the profits, your ROI. I love that, guys, because right, I'll tell you the truth, I've been a part of many. I've sold cosmetics, I've sold education, I've sold a lot of different health products, and I've always had to put my credit card down, and they ding me every month whether I want the product or not. And I hate that, especially when I'm not using the service. But in this case, they take their fee for you to participate and benefit in this platform from the profits that the trading is benefiting, all right? And again, I kind of overstepped the whole trading part. I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial on that in a second, but just know that you have opportunities to get a weekly trading bonus, and they also pay very generously on a referral program. They do not do any advertising, but through word of mouth. And that is how they call it an affiliate program. They will pay you if you share this with someone, and very generously. All right, but you don't have to. It's optional. So if you're just an investor, you just want to quietly do what you do, welcome aboard. This can net you the return you're looking for. Again, past profits don't guarantee future success, but high probability that it will based on its performance. You can upgrade anytime. I started with 300, added 1,000, and added 19,000 after that. I have a friend who started with 200 or 300, added 200 and stayed at 500, never added anything after that. In fact, 1 month later, pulled out his seed money and let the market money ride. And he has grown that account to well over 20,000 now because of, again, the PAM account and the work that he's doing on the referral side. All right, so how do you start? You start as low as $99. We don't recommend that, okay, because you still have to pay that fee. $500 would probably be the best place to begin. You can start at 300 like me, and next week, if you have some more money, you can add to it and add to it until you get well over 500. But again, I have people who have invested well over that. But when we start, guys, we start with crypto into the hedge fund, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cash, Litecoin, and so forth. And once it enters the fund, where into the PAM account, it will stay in stablecoin. So if you entered at $1,000, it will be traded at that amount. Now, when you remove the money and you want to take a withdrawal, then you can remove it in your choice of coin as well. Okay, now there are 5 states you see in the fine print down below that does not participate with Novatech. That's Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Hawaii, and Alaska. And if you are living in one of those states, do not fret, because we are helping people every day establish LLCs in states that are participating, and you are able to enter this fund just like anybody else outside of those states. Okay, just a few more extra steps at the beginning that we will help you with. All right, so we do have trading partners that have come in at 25,000. They don't pay a monthly $25 fee at that level. They make a 1% cashback reward. Those we have people at the $100,000 level who are sick and tired of having their money make very, 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 very little on their money. And this is to them money that they're willing to risk. Remember, guys, what I said at the beginning, never risk more than you are willing to lose. Think about your trips to Las Vegas. You save up money to have fun money, right? Or you go to Disneyland. That's fun money, right? You willing to blow it over a weekend. That's the kind of money that you want to think of. Starbucks. How many caramel macchiatos do you buy? Add that up. Or Costco. How much times you walked out of Costco with a $500 bill buying junk? Guys, this is the kind of money that you could save and put into a fund like this and make money on it. All right. So sorry I talk so fast, but your time is precious, and I wanted to make sure I got it all in less than 30 minutes. There you have it, the rundown on Novatech. If you want to stay on, I'm going to actually show you my earnings. I noticed that my computer is about to die. Let me plug it in. All right, and I will welcome, while I'm transitioning to my back office, any one of you who are already invested in Novatech. Would you put a 1 in the chat if you're actively invested in? I know some of you, like Ashley, I think just started a week ago. So Ashley, would you come off mute? Did you get your return yesterday?
Yes, I did. I was quite excited.
Too. You know why, guys? Every Thursday night, it's like Christmas Eve for us who are invested in this fund that is making profits every Friday. Ashley, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm totally stoked for you to see what's to come. And I know for those of you who are still scratching your head like, how are they able to make money when Bitcoin is falling? I don't get it, right? We get that all the time. So I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on what is the Forex market, why is it so robust, and why is it producing results for people? All right, so welcome to this world. This is the reason why we're making money on the downside. It's not like the New York Stock Exchange moving $24 billion daily, which is impressive, right? But stocks, like anything else, we buy low, sell high, make money. All right. When we are trading, we make money on the downside as well. But we make money in a market that is much bigger than the New York Stock Exchange. Check this out. $6.7 trillion is probably more like 7.3 now. This is the Forex market. It is the world's most liquid financial market on our planet. Now, if you are so talented on your MT4 or 5 on your phone to tap this market and make money as a retail trader, congratulations. You too can be making a living in the Forex market, and you just need a little tiny percent of this $1 trillion to be able to make a good living. Now, if you don't have time, then you would be looking for a PAM account. This is an account of pool depositors' money, investor money, that are trading at an institutional level. They're trading with the banks. Our fund is millions of dollars, right? And so they're able to trade at such a high level, netting a greater return. But here's the other reason why we are winning when the rest of the world is losing, is because this market runs 24 hours a day. In the Forex market, 5 days a week. In the crypto market, 7 days a week. Our masterful traders with Novatech are tapping this market, making money for us, and with those trading profits, giving us a return. All right. And this is a market, guys, we don't buy anything like a bar of gold. We don't buy we're not buying real estate or commodities such as mutual funds. We are making money on the movement of money. You notice it says a market you can exchange in without owning any physical money. That is the game-changing part about our market. All right. I just went through this class with my friends earlier and if you want to learn more about Forex and how it works, you're welcome to let the person know that invited you, and I'll invite you to our next one. We learned about how the market, we make money going on a market that moves down. We make market on a price that goes up, and we can also make money when the market goes sideways. All right, so that's your very down and dirty overview of Forex and why we are making money in this down market. It is mind-boggling. All right, so of those people who put a 1 in the chat, how many of you have taken a profit from your account? Would you put a 10 in the chat if you are making money, have made money with your investment with Novatech? And I'm going to log into my account. Now today in Novatech, some of us who are invested are getting commissions paid to us today. So today our system is very slow. I'll do the best I can in showing you what your back office would look like. Again, as I mentioned, this is an individual sport, very private. I happen to want to share with you my back office just to show the person that invited me to this. He was very transparent. I wanted to see his journey, and that is really what gave me more confidence to get started. And that's why I'm going to take you back here. But again, forgive the slowness of the system. Hundreds of thousands of people are on this website right now taking their profits and turning it over. Here we are. I'm going to take you down to the very bottom. You're going to see here my trading balance. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for your eyes. Is at 34,581. Do you see off to the bottom right? My bonus account of my earnings is at $6,882.92 as of today. That is a little bit skewed because I had some money in there prior to, but my job today and your job every Friday will be to take that money and redeposit it or pull the money out. All right, and you can get that money in 24, 48 hours. You can get money out of your bonus account. I'm going to show you monies that I've pulled out. And by the way, the 34,000 is what the Novatech traders are trading in the hedge fund on my behalf. Now, I've already pulled out over $16,000 and cashed out. As your leader, I felt it was essential for me to experience withdrawals. Many of us on this call have done withdrawals already. So let me see if I can come in here and show you. I'll go to my e-wallet. Again, I know your time is very valuable today, guys. So if you need to run, you're welcome to drop off the call. If you want to stay on the call, you are welcome to stay here as well. I'm going to show you my trading account first, and I'm going to show you funds received in my trading balance, and I'm going to open this up to show you all the entries since February, and you'll see where I started with my $300, okay? So here it is on February 6th is when I started with $300. Then the next week, February 10th, I added $1,000. And my commissions, because I couldn't help but share this with my loved ones. And so I did receive a commission here, and I redeposited that. Okay, all these were commissions that I received. And then I came in large. I sold my property, and I put in $19,300 at this time. And at this point, I was well over $25,000 at that point, so I didn't have to pay the $25 anymore. At that point. Okay, so anyway, here are all of my earnings, and at another time we can go leisurely through this, but I just wanted to show you. Okay, funds sent here. I'm going to show you the $9,000 here that I pulled out on May 21st. I pulled that money out. This was part of my seed money, right? And everyone is different. If you want to pull your seed money out, you're welcome to do that. When you pull money out of a trading account, it takes anywhere from 7 to 14 days to pull that money, okay? And then if you go to your bonus account, you can get this money back in 24 hours. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to funds received, and you're going to see here ROI received down here on February, my very first return. Look how many returns I got. But I got a whopping $6.73 on February 11th. Like Ashley just got a return. Her return probably is more than that, but kind of in the vicinity of that amount. Now, why do we get excited about $6.73, guys? Because what if that $300 was $3,000? What if that was $30,000 or $300,000? Can you imagine the return I would have received on that Friday if my account was much larger? Okay, so you can see all the returns. Notice the commission received. Again, that is totally optional. You do not need to share if you don't want to, but I'm telling you, it's very lucrative. The reason why my ROI and my commissions are so high is because I have chosen to let people know about this. I see it as imperative, essential education that people need to know. So I don't need to read all these numbers to you guys. You're seeing it on your screen, but let's just jump ahead to where we are right now. And this was July 2nd. Okay, this was from my bonus account, funds received. Okay, where is the rest? Oh yeah, today's July 2nd. Okay, that I was thinking it was June. June 2nd, here is my return. I've got a commission here. Oh, this was the bonus I just received because I had a rank advancement. I received met a threshold of $1 million. Thanks to our team and so on. This definitely is a team effort. Okay, but you see, obviously the returns here are noted, and you too will be able to see your money grow as time goes on. And my family has been able to benefit from the monies that we've withdrawn and been able to pay off debts and things that we needed. So now all I have to do is decide what I'm going to do with the $6,882 and decide if I'm going to put that into the balance, and that'll take my account up to $40,000. And you add the 16,000 already taken out, you will understand why I am where I am. All right. So I don't do this to brag, guys. This is not about bragging. This is about showing you and educating you about the tools that you have at your fingertips. So I'm putting 25,000 because that's generally what I have. And let's just put 1 year, 25,000. No additional contribution other than turning that money over. Okay, so at month number 5, I should have 47,432,000, right? I put 25,000 at 3%, 47. Well, I'm well over that 40 plus 16, 56. So I'm at 56,000. How did I grow my account that much? It's because I am making more like a 6% return. Let's see what 6% is. And it's only because I have opted to use their affiliate program. And 5 months puts me at 68,000. Is that right there? 88. Okay, that's a little bit much. So maybe I'm making more like a 5% return. I just wanted to show you guys how you can use the calculator site to plan with your family. Like, where do you want to be in month number 6? What kind of return could you be expecting to receive, and so on. Okay, so anyway, here month number 5 is still higher at 71. That's a little bit more than what I have, but I can plan accordingly, guys, by changing these numbers. And well, that's what we mean by plan a future. Okay, all right, so we are now well into 15 more minutes, and I just felt that it was important to share the back office with you. So that pretty much concludes our talk today. I hope I hit all the points you needed to know. Please put in the chat if you have a question. I'll tell you one of the biggest questions that I get. You mean there's only 2 people who made profit on this? I don't think so. They must not be able to put their 10 in the chat because many of them on this call I know are invested and making money here. But in the 5 months that I've been here, guys, no one has pulled out. No one has pulled their money out. Why wouldn't people leave? It's because they are happy with the return that they got. There are no guarantees next Friday that there could be 0 money for you next Friday. So that's why I want to reiterate, just enter this with money that you want to invest. You want to take a risk. because if you don't, that money is sitting in your bank making nothing, basically. So again, just examine your budget, make a good decision, and do not put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. Lucky the people who are able to come in at a high level. Bless them for having that kind of money that they're willing to put in a fund like this. So, final thoughts. This company does not take investor money and pay other investors. That is called a scam. That's a Ponzi scheme. That is illegal. There are companies like that out there. Please do your due diligence. There are companies who will guarantee you a bigger return than what this company will. They're offering you 3%. There are companies that will say 3% a day or 7% on Friday. And they're like guaranteeing. Any company tells you guarantee, run the other way, guys. That is a scam. You do not want to be a part of anything like that. Look around in the community. You're welcome to join our Telegram channel. And look at the people who are in there. Look at the chatter. Unfortunately, we don't like to flash all the money that returns we're making. We do have a private channel that we do that on, but it's only for invested traders who are in our fund that we do share that information. But again, if you have any questions, please get back to the person who invited you. You're welcome to reach out to me, and I will answer those questions as we go along. And I will last call for any comments from any of you on the call, questions. Because if you're thinking it, 1,000 other people are asking you the same question,
Remy, I probably need to schedule time to just talk to you one-on-one.
Yes, absolutely.
Brent and I have some questions that we kind of need to work out with you outside of the group.
Yes, absolutely. I love to do the one-on-ones, guys, because then we can really customize this to what concerns you have. And by the way, I'm doing this for the recording. There are no bad questions. You are not being a negative Nelly or Debbie Downer by asking the hard questions. Please do so. In fact, what we did as a group, we got all of our hard questions together and we called a meeting with those that have gone before us, that have been in it for 3 years. Can you imagine? You were here 3 years ago. But anyway, and we asked those questions. And so if you have any of those questions, we are happy to take them to those that have gone before. All right, everybody, have a great...
Oh, hold on, Reimi.
Oh, here's Chris.
I kind of took a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
You've heard it 100 times.
Just kidding. No, what I wanted to say, and I, because I always listen, I lurk. I lurk with you all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm only here to just put my 2 cents, as Renee would say.
10 cents.
Really and truly, I heard Tracy said she had questions. I just think, there are people that go out on a weekend and spend $300, or they'll spend whatever. If you don't take a chance, you're never going to win. Change means doing something different like you never did before. And and I always tell you, opportunity knocks, and if you don't listen, and it doesn't always knock. Sometimes it taps. You got to listen. I just think it's like skinny dipping. Oh, I can't swim, but I can put my foot in the water. And I'm being facetious, yes. But you have an opportunity where you don't have to put in big money, but you can go in, get a level of comfortability. The company's been in business for 3 years. It's a no-brainer. I know for a lot of people that are risk averse, oh, well, I've lost money. I had a financial planner and things just went sideways. Jesus Christ, you can start with $300, And you and I, we've all came in almost at the exact same time. I'm going to tell them in another month or two, I have $100,000. And it's the truth.
I do.
But you only put in what you're willing to lose. That's all. And there are many different ways and strategies you can use to get your money back, and then let the house money do the rest. But what I'm saying is, There's nothing to equivocate about because you can come in real cheap. If you can put $500 in and change it every week and then never look at it again, like I did for all my kids who, you put it in, you can add if you want, but I realize over what, 3 years, 4 years, they don't even have to think about it.
Yes.
Boom,
Yes.
I'm out.
You're out, and you dropped a bomb on us. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm so pleased because I got my son, he's 19, started when I did, and we've just grown. So he's set up very well right now and into the future. I have my grandson who had zero interest. He's 27. But I told him, hey, hon, I'm not going to give you Christmas gifts anymore or birthday gifts. I'm just going to put this money and put that cash right in here and turn it. He doesn't even turn it. I do all the maintenance of his account. But he will be pleasantly surprised when I see him again and can show him where his account is and where it will be, because this has just obviously grown without him. And we can bless our loved ones that same way. So anyway, I look forward to meeting with you, Tracy. And anyone else who wants a one-on-one, happy to do that. We're about to publish a schedule where you can plug yourself into our calendar. I'm speaking of Johnny and myself. So stay tuned for that. We have an Ohana night coming up on Sunday. At 5 o'clock, we're going to be speaking to all of our I Am Mastery Academy students doing updates if you want to learn how to trade. And then at 5:30, we'll be going into announcements for our Novatech investors. But we are like a wealth club sharing information. And so I hope that you'll join us at our monthly first Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. Pacific. All right, so I'm going to stop the recording.